Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. I'm Adam. Here's Jay. Here's Joe. We're back.
Back in the habit.
Back again.
Hey,
that's Troop says that, doesn't it? I can't say that.
What?
We're back.
Nice.
Apparently, because you know what people are like. Oh, you use 2 words from the dictionary that another YouTuber uses.
Why? Who says what?
Troops' show is called Back Again, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Cool.
You know what was funny about Troops' show the other day?
Nothing.
He was melting down.
That's all, ever.
I love Troops as well, but he doesn't help himself sometimes. And he was melting down in front of a sign that said, "Stay positive."
It's that thing though, isn't it? It's like, is there really any need for all those histrionics all the time?
I mean, I was proud of our reaction to the 3-3 draw.
The normal, the honest reaction. I don't say normal, because what is normal? But the honest reaction of just like being deflated and going.
I was too sad to shout.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to speak.
Who do you shout at?
I don't know.
I mean, we had a lot of people to shout at. I could have went in on Maguire. You could have went in on De Gea.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's like, I'm just sad. Just let me wallow in my misery.
Wallow, yeah.
Have you recovered from that yet?
Not really, no. I woke up on Sunday and honestly, I felt shit.
I felt bad for you. I felt bad for you because you were sulking for the last 20 minutes anyway. Then you came out of it when we got that goal and then went back again, obviously. We all did. But you looked like on the verge of tears and I felt like... It reminded me of how young you were in a way because I felt more philosophical. Well, you too. I feel older. I don't know why because I feel like a bit like, okay, I can put a bit of perspective on this. But back in the day, I wasn't like that.
It was the most upset I've been after a game.
I
can't even think
since
since
Aguero,
when.
you know.
Maybe since
Really?
Aguero.
Really? Honestly.
Aguero's was
That's
triple
way
it,
more.
though.
Yeah.
Was way more.
But since then,
Really?
I agree.
That bad?
I've never had any expectation for any season since then, except the one after and we won the league.
Haven't I told you that all my eggs are in the 21 basket?
Yeah.
Like, I have no eggs left, bro.
I'm not as bad as him, but I was really good there.
I don't know, yeah. I think I was gutted. You can see my reaction as well. But I think when I saw you, especially when me and you had to do a live review, and then I'm aware I had to speak and say things, and it's like I'm not gonna start ranting and shouting at the screen and going, off to everything. It was just like I wasn't angry, Macca. I was just disappointed.
You never want that, do you? You'd rather a little bit of anger. Like Ollie looked angry, didn't he? Well, that's what
Ollie was angry.
Oh, Ollie looks like he doesn't care. Like I looked at his face when he walked off, and I saw my dad after like I don't know
6 pints.
I wagged after school class for 3 months and didn't tell him, and he kept paying. That's what I saw, like that kind of disappointment.
What after school class was it?
Ballet.
Studies and that.
Studies and that.
Help
him get his grades up on that CD borderline.
Studies and that. Just things.
Studies and that.
Stuff.
You didn't go?
Yeah, I got bored in it.
Sad.
Because you know what? I was so clever when I was a kid. Like I had G and T next to my name in the register. That means gifted and talented. Was in all.
That's what they tell you it means.
Yeah,
You had what?
Gifted and talented.
GAT.
Yeah, G and T. Gin and tonic. Gifted and talented.
It means it's from a...
Really? I don't even know. Is this true?
It meant like there was like 6 in the class.
No, it's
and
not
it meant
true.
like when.
Is this true? Are you making this up now? Because I genuinely don't know.
So I'm being honest.
Right. I'm not. Having a dig. I've never heard of it before.
Isn't the proof in the pudding?
Yes, it is in the pudding. That's very well said. I think we can all agree on that.
The proof is in the puddy.
Nice.
You like that?
I like that a lot. Fuck it, he's gifted and talented.
You just undermined everything you've just said previously.
But what were we saying anyway about?
You said you had a little G&T next year in the register.
Yeah, which I'd never heard of before.
I was clever, man.
Smart.
But then I got complacent.
Yeah, but
that was my point. I got complacent.
Right.
Was this at a comprehensive or was you?
Nah, it was a ghetto school.
All right, okay. All right.
You know,
Still
being clever there is bottom setting.
Yeah,
Well,
like
is that still a comprehensive though, isn't it? That's what comprehensive is.
Yeah.
Secondary school.
Okay. Like,
primary school.
I didn't know if you had
and
like
secondary school.
11 plus and all that. Where you?
I passed my 11 plus.
Hang on a sec.
But I said I didn't want to go.
I said that, but my mum and dad made me go to grammar.
No,
Didn't
I
have a
passed
choice.
and I was like, I ain't going.
They were like, "You're not going to Wellacre."
I didn't want to go.
Because that's where you get otherwise.
Nah, because
I mean, to be fair,
when I went on open day, I felt different to everybody else.
There was no option for 11 plus. We didn't do that.
Did you
It
not?
was just go through. That's the school. So
All right.
And
Because you got rid of him, didn't
rigged,
you?
you know.
valid
11
no
plus
matter
is
what.
rigged, bro. There's no right answers to some of them questions.
No, there is.
It's literally just some guy going, No, it's look at these 4 shapes and now draw another shape. Like, what the fuck's going on?
There's no right answers to these questions.
There isn't.
So
Half
you
of them
think
there
they just
isn't.
pick the
I
rich
passed.
kids?
No, it's just.
But
There's
the,
no right
the
answer.
trick is, my name looks like a white boy name on it.
McKola.
So and then I turn up and they're like,
Hang on a minute.
Fuck told
Hang
this
on a
fella?
minute.
Who the fuck told him
We've
to
reviewed
turn
your
up?
exam results, and actually we made a mistake. You got them all wrong. So you won't be coming to this school.
Nah, I just remember thinking, I ain't coming here ever again. Like, I was walking around, I felt broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we weren't well off as well, so it's like...
I get where you come from. A little bit of that grammar, but I wasn't.
Imagine going on...
The good thing about
imagine
grammar
going on
for me was
school
it was
trips with
mixed.
mans that are minted off, bro. And you're from...
It was boys and girls.
So you could.
So no, because the other school was like all boys.
Oh.
So I was a bit like, even though I was only 11, I was about, all right then, I can, you know what I mean, that's a bit better.
Let's see the world.
Yeah, rather than just an old boys school, which is just fighting every day.
Fighting and...
Kissing. Well, we weren't fighting, we were bloody kissing.
Hey, exactly.
Don't get us off each other. One end of the spectrum or the other.
I love how we try and talk about the 3-3
Yeah,
on
let's
the
talk
weekend.
about
football.
and we
Yeah,
divert
forgot
away from it.
Oh yeah. Anyway, this has been the preview.
Yeah, fuck that. We were all disappointed about 3-3. Title race done?
No.
Largely, but no.
8 points in April, Joe. 8 points in April 2012.
it.
Do you not forget?
Well, we saw it.
You just talking about you
as
both
much as I
were.
hate to say this, in 2012, sorry, City were 8 points clear. Then we were 8 points clear.
Yep.
Then they won the league on the last day. Like that was what was it, like a 15-point
Yep,
swing back and forth.
exactly.
So we are nowhere near done. What we do need though is City to start dropping points. Or I don't want them to get an injury. But what I'm saying is,
You do want them to get injured.
no, I don't like wishing injuries on people.
Suspensions.
But if
Yeah.
if they do have something like an injury or a suspension or something, that may be a catalyst for it. But
You
something needs
basically
to
said, I
happen.
don't want them to get injuries. But
No, I'm not saying.
God,
I
if
want
you're
it.
listening.
I'm saying here's what probably needs to happen. I'm not saying I'm not wishing an injury on someone. I
well,
don't think
injuries
that's
happen
fair.
in football. don't they?
Exactly.
Unless you're Liverpool and they think it only happens to them.
Yeah.
Like, injuries do happen in football. And a big injury to a Diaz or a
Edison,
Gundogan. Because they're playing without a striker at the minute. Do you know what I mean?
which
Yeah.
is mad.
Which is incredible.
Maybe not an injury, maybe a doping scandal.
Oh, yeah.
Not gonna happen.
They get sauced.
Do you see
Yeah.
Onana for Ajax has got a 12-month ban for doping? Their goalkeeper.
That'll teach you.
12 months. It's like
You won't be doing that again.
He's the only footballer in Europe who's doing it. Mad.
It's 12 months to get doped off his tits. Ain't he?
Enjoy yourself, kid. Up. That's what he said.
I don't think it's over yet. I think we're very close to it mentally being over for some of the players. I think, but it's the attitude of the team, isn't it? And I think this City team have grown as everybody else has got worse, I think. You know, like where everyone started dropping points. There was a period in time where everyone thought Liverpool are walking the league.
Yeah.
And I think City felt that. And they felt fragile and they felt they weren't ready. But you've seen as Liverpool started to drop more points, City have grown in confidence. Now, they don't look like dropping points now. But this ain't the best City side. This is still a very fragile City side that can
Yes.
drop points or, you know, fall apart or get a little bit rattled. So I'm holding hope there that we can... I'm not scared of going to Etihad. Yes, I think they're favourites and they can beat us. But if we can go there and win, what are we then? 2 draws behind them? Is it that far
I
off?
mean,
Less than that.
yeah.
It'd be 5 points behind them if we win. I think they're 5 points clear now with the game in hand, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they can go 8 points ahead. If we beat them, it's 2. Oh, yes.
5 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult, but it's not done. That's the thing. And also, when the Champions League comes around, they've got, you know, the real desire to win that, and because they've not shown up in that for a little while. So that can distract them slightly. You know what I mean? The game's coming thick and fast. You just don't know, do you? Just don't know. It's too early to tell. Obviously, it's going to be very
Our home
unlikely,
form's
but
fucked us, though,
They're
isn't
not
it?
going to
Oh,
win
it's
every game
horrible,
for the rest of the
horrible.
season, are they? And if they do, I mean, fuck me. I can't see that happening. What would it have been? 25 wins in a row or something to do that? I don't think no one's ever done that. Statistically speaking, they probably aren't going to do that. The thing that needs to happen is when they do drop points, they drop points in 4 of the next 7 games or something. That's what we need them to do. The dip in form has to be quite substantial because otherwise, if they just draw 1, lose 1, and then carry on and then win 10 in a row again, then there's no chance. But we need to hope that, like you said, the presumed fragility of their like mental state after last season, because they really shat the bed last season. hopefully that fragility, like you said, when they do start dropping points, they keep dropping points for longer than they normally would because they are looking over their shoulder a bit. But we have to be close when that happens. That's the thing. We have to stay within, within 10, let's be honest. Any more than 10 points, if we drop points the next time and they don't, and then one more after that, it's done. Within 10 points, a bad run of games can drop you 10 points. So we have to be within 10 points of them when they start dropping points, and hope that looking over their shoulder will be enough for them to keep dropping points, because it's going to take a lot now, isn't it?
And with the run of fixtures they've got, like they've just beaten Liverpool, they've got Arsenal and Tottenham next, and they've got
Everton
United
as well,
coming
and
up,
Everton.
If they win all those, it's done.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that's like, we're starting to see them. And I can't remember who it was that mentioned it at the weekend. It might have been Gary Neville, who I was kind of fuming with because he seemed too happy after Everton scored. But I think he said, like, in the games, the bigger games where you build that momentum to win a league, like the Leicester one where we dropped them 2 points in the last minute, the Everton one, like Liverpool, Pogba and Bruno missed their chance. Like, those are the moments where they can turn and, like, you win though. We beat Liverpool. We're probably cruising and flying, so we don't lose against Sheffield, and we don't.
And because now they've lost 3 games in basically a week at home for the first time in 3 years or whatever. But if we'd have been the ones to break that run, it would have meant even more. It would have felt even bigger as well, wouldn't it? Pardon my excuse if this means more.
This means more.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now if we go, and obviously we don't play them again at Anfield, but if we'd have beat them next month at Anfield, it wouldn't have the same gravity that it would have done if we'd have broke that record that they had.
That is right.
So things mean different amounts at different times, doesn't it? And I think I agree that
We've missed some big opportunities.
we've missed some big opportunities, definitely. The Wolves game though was the opposite of that, where it felt like fucking hell. You know, Rashford sneaking one in last second, jammy, lucky goal, but never stop trying type stuff. That felt the other way, but recently there's been too many, like you said, that are sort of making us doubt our mental state, doubt our ability to win those tough games, rather than the other way where it's like, fucking hell, we shouldn't have won that and we did. It's been a while since we've done that now, isn't it?
On the flip side, though, none of us really expected us to win the league this season coming into it.
No.
We have come into it with a team that we thought, let's close the gap on Liverpool and City. Safe to say that's been done. I know City could pull away with it, but, you know.
23 games in, or whatever it is.
Yeah, we've closed it.
We've closed the gap for sure.
So, does that not mean it's a success and that we are one step closer to next season being the season where we go for it or win it? Like, do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like,
of course I do.
is there more positives to take out of this than negatives?
100% there's more positives. Definitely, you know, none of us were thinking before the season started we're going to be sort of top of the league by Christmas or whatever, or halfway point, or we're going to be above Liverpool 23 games in. I know Liverpool haven't been great this season, but, you know, we're 33 points behind them last season. That's what it finished, wasn't it? Which is just, it's a massive swing. And we always knew City were going to be strong. They went big in the transfer market. Again, they've got a stronger squad anyway. So I think we're exceeding expectations. I think you've got to look at it as in a positive. You know, we're moving forward. There's progress. I feel like there's progress with this team. And I know it was frustrating and disappointing on the weekend, but on a whole as well, it's just more entertaining and better being a United fan now than it has been probably any time post-Fergie. I know we've had moments like Stockholm and the League Cup final and the FA Cup final and stuff like that. But in terms of just week in, week out, it's more entertaining. It's just better. You know, we're having these conversations we used to have under Fergie. The football's more, you know, better to watch. We're scoring some great goals. And yes, there's a frustrating...
We won 9-0
We won 9-0. We battered Leeds 6-2. Do you know what I mean? These are things that sort of you stay with you.
I've been speaking to people this week, like followers and subscribers and people that message us on socials and that. And I was like, yeah, last time we won 9-0, I was 6. And they were like, I wasn't even born, mate. And you're like, oh. Like, what? You're making me feel fucking old out here. I got to see 2 9-0s. How about that?
That's good, mate.
Well, we didn't... We went out of ground, man.
I know, man.
Martial hat-trick, Rashford hat-trick, 9-0.
Everything
6-2
Cavani's
Leeds.
ever done.
Who?
Cavani.
Bro,
Not
singing
seen
give
Cavani.
it, give
You've
it,
barely
give
even
it.
seen Bruno.
Barely.
No. Was
It's
it
only against
4
Wolves.
games or something?
City.
I think there's a
Wolves.
Watford game in there as well,
Yeah.
I think.
But we did, at that time, it was just overachieving at the start of his
Yeah,
tenure,
no one
wasn't it? Now
knew
look at him.
what we were watching.
We thought, yeah, this won't last.
Amazing.
Did we even have his song at that point? Bruno, Bruno, Bruno.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Because it's very... I always found it difficult to sing.
It's quite... It's quite like...
Saying Cristiano as well makes you feel...
Yeah.
Is this right?
Mhm.
Are you allowed to do this?
Yeah.
It feels a bit weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we see it as a little bit of success, improvement rather than success. That's the best way to do it, isn't it?
I think that's right.
But do we need actually, to have this season be more than just an improvement on last season, do we need a trophy? Does Ali need a trophy to, keep some of the wankers at bay?
I mean, a lot of it depends on the nature of how the season unfolds. If we were to finish second by a point, just bear with me.
You bastard.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, it's
and we didn't have
honestly.
any silverware, you'd look and go, wow, we've kicked on here. We're there, we're nearly there. But if
I
we...
got asked this the other day.
Go on.
Would you rather lose it by 2 points
Yeah.
or 10 points? It has to be 10 points.
No, I think so. I
No.
think being in the race to the wire
more painful,
helps you.
but
It helps
it's-
you.
yeah.
It gets them players in that mentality. The Scouts has benefited from it, mate, when
Yes.
City won it.
Yes.
But then you're going to be like,
No.
if we just
Sometimes
How-
it depends where we are. If it's under Ferguson,
10 seconds.
I know.
if it's under
I know.
Ferguson, give me 10 points. Just don't let me worry about it. We'll be back next
Yeah.
season. We'll win it next year.
But we need
We're
that.
so far off it. We need to prove, like you said, Jay, that we can be within one bad result of top of the league.
Yeah.
Of winning the league.
And you know that
Definitely.
as a player,
We
and you've
know
been there.
Nah, I'd take it. I'd take goal difference again if
It would be like-
over 10 points.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace stopped us from winning the league.
Yeah,
But you can-
there's always
Everton.
that.
I do that in 2012. I go back to the Wigan game, the corner that wasn't a corner. I go look the Spurs City game.
Drogba was offside.
Yeah, I analyze all these games. I'll go back over me and this decision and that one with that hadn't have happened. And you can send yourself doolally, but I think if we were to go into a title race to the wire, to literally the last weekend of the game, then the players next season, they've got that experience. They've been there before. They know what it's like. If you're finishing what is a relatively distant second, then you're not really gaining anything from that.
I know you said 10 points and it was 19 under Jose, but we did not use that second place finish as any sort of springboard for the season after, did we?
Yeah, but
So but
He
if
was
we were
sacked
1
by
point off
Christmas,
him,
wasn't he?
He was sacked by Christmas. Like a distant second is no different to scraping fourth, really.
No, the only thing that second did was for Jose's CV.
Yeah.
So he could go, took him to second.
stop convincing me.
Sorry.
We're winning the league.
As close
anyway,
as
so
we
don't
can
matter.
get.
Don't matter. We're going to win it. It's going to win it. Scored 12 goals this week. Flip that number. What's that?
21.
21. It's
Quick
cool.
maths.
Evlo.
Do we need a trophy?
If it depends. Yeah, I'd like one, but
We'd all like one, Joe.
well, do we need one? No. I think Ollie's got the job secure for next season. I think we can all see improvement. I think it would also be good to silence some of the people who I'm annoyed that we even have to think about silencing them. Like, why, anyone who's doubting Ollie at this point, certainly for the next, he's got, regardless of what happens at the end of the season, unless it is literally suicidal, he's the manager next season. I think everyone can agree on that. Although some people may not think that. And for the sake of having an easier life as a Man United fan, I'd quite like to shut those people up. So get a trophy, shut them up for a bit. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I think I want the FA Cup this year.
I love the FA. I love it. I love
I
it
love
if
the
we beat
FA
them.
Cup.
Just love it. But no, the FA Cup be ace.
There's a path there as well. I think we'll win a trophy this year.
The FA Cup.
I can see the likes of Bruno, Cavani, and we need a trophy. And we've knocked them bastards out of this cup. So let's go do it. Quick prediction for the West Ham game?
What did I say? I said 4-2, didn't I?
Yeah, you went mad.
All right, I'll go 1-0 on this one. Cover my bases.
It's away, isn't it? It's
at home.
Home, sorry. Yeah,
No,
'cause we hadn't beat him at their ground in ages, had we? I think it's going to be another goal scoring game. To be honest, I'm going to go 3-1 United. I can't see us getting a clean sheet. I think we're rattled a bit defensively, but hopefully we'll be able to stick a few in. 3-1.
I'll go 2-1. Be tight, like a tiger. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Make sure you like and comment and share and subscribing, all that jazz. Me and Jay did the preview on Paddock, which you can go and check out right now. We've also got the Devils podcast with me, Joe, and Steve as well. Go and check that out. Scotty and Marty, links below. Joe Smith, 93.
Yes. On Twitter, on Instagram. Check me out.
Yep. Give him a follow. Send
Thank
him a DM.
Yep.
Anything you like in your DMs?
Just, I like paper airplane instructions, like how to make like world record flight attempt planes and
Discount codes.
shit. And that.
Yeah. Any vouchers you got, send them Joe's way. He loves that shit. And also, if you spot any nice second-hand vintage clothes, he likes that stuff as well, don't you? Why are you looking at my jumper when you said?
Oh, just that. I assume that belonged to someone else for a long time. That's all.
Yeah, your dad. I love him though. He's
I know,
got
yeah.
nice clothes. He gave me a nice hoodie.
It did. Gave you more than that.
Giggity goo. See you in a bit.